All right, so now we're going to talk about another super important part of neutralizing the aggression that our opponents are giving to us, which is shortening up our volley swings. If you notice, you go up in level, you'll see the swings on the volleys get smaller and smaller. It's kind of funny, like if I ever watch 3-0s and 3-5s, which is at clinics, I don't do that in my free time, but I'll see that their swings are way, way too big. And then if you watch the pros, the swings are super small. So we're going to get into how to have that happen, but first, make sure to subscribe to Selkirk TV because they've got everything. They've got my podcast and, that's all you really need to know. My podcast is on there, so check it out. They've got everything, so yeah, click subscribe and make sure you do it. Anyway, if somebody's hitting a hard speed up at me, if they're being aggressive at me, I do not need or want a big volleying swing. So you don't need it because if somebody hits a very hard shot at a wall, for example, it will come back fast. Think about it. Just hit a ball hard at a wall. It comes back fast. And the wall isn't swinging. So you don't necessarily need a big swing. But most importantly, you do not want a big swing. You don't want a big swing because any big backswing is taking away your time because the ball is moving a lot faster than your hand is. And if somebody's going to hit the ball hard at me, the last thing I'm thinking is, take a big swing and put some extra pace on it. It's just not necessary. So what I'm thinking is keeping my elbow and pretty much everything in front of my body. And if I'm not blocking it, which is different. I mean, we're talking about a counter. We're going to volley it back, but we're not talking about a big swing. Keeping everything in front, just looking something like this. If this starts to happen, you're probably going to be in trouble, especially off of a speed up with pace. So you don't want to let your elbow get behind you too much. The elbow gets behind you like this, ball's going up, right? I actually think, and this is just my personal opinion, but I think it's right, which is that you should actually be okay with the chicken wing here. I know a lot of coaches will be like, oh, watch out for the chicken wing. The chicken wing is so bad. I think it's actually better than this, especially with how powerful the paddles are. I think you're actually in a better spot just doing this, chicken wing here, and getting comfortable here than you are here and then trying to switch and hit a backhand here and then a forehand here. That switching is a lot tougher than just saying, okay, I'm going to get comfortable with hitting a backhand here. I actually think that a backhand here, I've hit some, I'll tell you this, I mean, the average counter that I've hit as a backhand here has been better than the ones I've hit here. I mean, this is not a great spot to be in. So I would say if it's higher, you want the forehand here if it's at the shoulder. But this sort of chicken wing, the low chicken wing, I think that's actually a better shot than this one, especially with how powerful the paddles are. You're not always going to have time to switch from backhand to forehand. And maybe, I know pickleball is pretty easy. We don't want to move a lot. I'm not telling you guys to move like me, but it wouldn't be the craziest thing in the world if we just, took a step. We could take one step to our right too. Don't forget that. That's all I got.